From the capital city of Charleston, West Virginia, this is Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis. Inside West Virginia Politics is brought to you by AARP West Virginia, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State.
Good Sunday morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside West Virginia Politics. Well, it's upon us, the start of the school year. Over half of West Virginia counties will go back to school this week, and the remaining schools will be starting shortly. So we're going to focus the whole show today on the topic of education. Joining me right now is First Lady Cathy Justice. We're going to be talking about the Communities and Schools program, and with her is Assistant Superintendent Michelle Blatt from the West Virginia Department of Education. Did I get your title right, or are you Deputy Superintendent?
No, you got it right.
I don't want to demote you or anything. It's important we get our facts right, especially with school teachers sitting with me. Communities and schools. This is your big pet project, your initiative as First Lady. What is it essentially, and why is it so important to you?
Communities and Schools is just a national organization that we brought to West Virginia through really Greenbrier County. They're the first in the state to have done this, and we're just bringing the communities into the schools just like it says. It's a very simple thing. We're trying to fulfill the needs of the kids, just help them be successful and help them go through school and have a pathway to their future, whether it be college, technical schools, or just be there to help them and be their friends and give them what they need.
And we should point out to our viewers across the state, Greenbrier County is your home county. This is where it started. Now we've expanded this, Michelle, into what, 11 counties across West Virginia, and I think 59 schools.
Yes.
It has an impressive success rate on some topics. We'll get to that in a minute, but essentially, what are the nuts and bolts of this program? What does it provide? And are these at-risk students we're talking about here?
Yes, this is taking care of our most needy students, our at-risk students, and it's actually putting a person in the school that's sole responsibility is to take care of the kids. So it frees up our teachers to do what they need to do in the classrooms, and it allows there to be a person there to build relationships with those students and to really make an impact on their lives. The relationships are really the key to this program. And
I think we should talk about some of the aspects, because at first blush, a lot of people might think, well, this is a remedial reading program, or it's just about academics. What does, and it does touch on if the students need academic help, but give us a flavor of all the different services that might be available to a student at risk.
Well, there are students, their materialistic needs, even clothing, even dental care, psychological care, counseling that we could refer them to people. We're just there to help and be the all-service people and bring the people in the community that are these type people that can come in and help us, and whether you be your grandparents or what, you know, they build relationships with them, and that's what we want everybody to be involved in, and just help them with their needs, whether it be physical, emotional, just a friend to talk to. Sometimes we're finding children just need someone to sit down and spend 5 minutes with them and talk to them, and that's what we're going to be there for them in every need that they need. And
if they need food, that's available to them as well. I mean, yes. There's a lot of things we assume every kid has, and they don't necessarily have that. Michelle, I mentioned that the success rate in Greenbrier County, which was the first in the state to have this. I looked at the website and I was floored to see a 100% graduation rate among the participants. Tell us about some of the other success rates we've seen in that county that we're hoping to expand across the state.
We've seen huge success rates in the amount of students, like I think it's 92% over the course since 2004 that have moved on to the next grade, increased academics, increased success after graduation. We're focusing a lot on attendance with our students to keep them in school. That's what our site coordinators, the lady and gentleman that are in the schools do, is actually make sure those students are in school. What are the barriers keeping them from school? And so many of our students are in poverty. Elaine Wynn, the national president for Communities in Schools, was with us last week, and she said poverty is a barrier, but it's not an excuse.
You held a forum recently in Huntington, Communities in Schools, where teachers and educators and superintendents from around the state came. What was that like, and do you ever get to talk to the students directly? I know you read in schools and stuff, and what has this program meant to the students?
Oh, it's been wonderful. We visited 9 of the 11 counties this past spring. We're going back to the 2 additional counties this fall, Hardy and Pendleton, that we didn't go to. We go to the schools, we eat lunch with the children in the lunchrooms, we talk to them one-on-one, we see their needs, they love to talk to you, tell them what's going on. We've experienced greenhouses where they grow their own vegetables for their lunch program, and that's great. We've hydroponics where they're growing tilapia fish and plants, and these are creative, great minds of children that we want to help them be successful.
Well, this is a wonderful program. You can read a lot about it on the Department of Education website. Just Google the West Virginia Department of Education and put communities and schools there, and it'll pop up. And I was really amazed at the success rate so far. So let's hope it goes on to additional counties beyond the 11 it's currently in. We want to thank First Lady Cathy Justice and Assistant Superintendent Michelle Blatt for joining us today on Inside West Virginia Politics. Great to see you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back, my co-host Adrian Robbins will talk with Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Steve Payne. Stay with us.